Welcome back. The City of Venice rejecting a proposal to move a planned Habitat for Humanity community.
The land on Knights Trail Road was gifted by the city in 2014. Because of local development, it's become a challenge to build on the property. So Habitat for Humanity asked to sell that property to purchase cheaper land elsewhere. They hoped to use the money to build even more homes for those in need. However, the City of Venice said no, fearing Habitat for Humanity might not build in city limits.
We can do more good, we can put more people in houses if we have the opportunity to look outside of the city limits.
It's unclear what will happen for now. Habitat for Humanity says they're still committed to building homes in Venice.
Happening right now, the Florida Department of Transportation is holding a special meeting about the US 41 roundabout projects at 41 and 10th Street and 14th Street in Sarasota.
FDOT officials are answering questions about those projects, which just recently got underway. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us live from the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall with more. Rick?
Yeah, Jacqueline and Scott, they've been here since 4:30. I'm now joined by Zach Birch. He is a communications manager with FDOT. And Zach, thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming.
And talk a little bit about exactly what is being discussed here today.
Yeah, so tonight we're doing a public meeting to invite the folks that live around this project. This is the roundabouts at the intersection of US 41 at 10th and 14th Street in Sarasota, to invite them out so that they can get a chance to kind of hear what we're doing and also to ask us any questions and let us know about any concerns that they have.
And why does FDOT believe that roundabouts is the solution at 10th and 14th on US 41?
Yeah, so we've worked really closely with the Sarasota MPO as well as the City of Sarasota, and believe that these roundabouts will not only improve the traffic flow and the congestion in the area, but also the safety and really help the area to really work to its best potential as opposed to some of the other treatments that we could have gone with.
Okay, I've noticed construction is underway there, and when is the completion date? What are we looking at?
Yeah, so we began construction last November, and we're thinking construction should be completed late 2019 or maybe early 2020.
Okay, that's Zach Birch. Thank you so much. He's communications manager with FDOT, and they'll be here until 6:30 at the Van Wezel, so you still have a little bit of time to get out here. In the meantime, reporting live from the Van Wezel in Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
All right, Rick, thanks so much. Rick's going to be in a good spot to see a sunset tonight.
I
Pretty
know,
good one.
he certainly will, and it looks like a great sunset as always here on the Sun Coast. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our forecast.
It has been that way, Jacqueline. I tell you what, we're looking at this cold front now marching down the southeast. Behind it, a lot of clouds and showers. Not much of a sunset in Georgia tonight, in Atlanta, all the way down to Macon. A lot of clouds, a lot of rainfall there. But for us, we're still high and dry. We will see some cloudiness tomorrow with this front and a chance for a few passing showers, but nothing going on that right now like that. Things are fairly calm, and we have 78 degrees. Dew point is at 71. Winds out of the southwest at 13. The pressure at 30.03 inches. It's high, but it's still lowering every hour or so as this cold front approaches. It's going to give way eventually to this front, which will cool us down, and we'll look for much cooler temperatures to start next week, too. Right now, it's not cool, but warm in Orlando, 84. 82 in Tallahassee, 80 in Miami, but then behind that front already down to 72 in Pensacola. And it looks as though that dry air in place will inhibit any kind of significant rainfall with the passage of the cold front. Another one will move through next week. We'll have the details on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Spring training in full swing here on the Sun Coast. There are 3 teams, the Orioles, Rays, and Pirates, who have their spring training here, with the Braves coming here full-time in 2020. ABC 7's Alan Cohn joins us from Ed Smith Stadium with more. Alan?
Spring training is underway here at Ed Smith Stadium in Sarasota, so we thought we would take a look at the state of the Baltimore Orioles in the crowded American League East. We're going to talk to Orioles manager Buck Showalter and the executive vice president of the team to talk about spring training, where it stands, the economic impact, not only with the Orioles, but of all the teams playing on the Sun Coast. Those number of teams growing to 4 teams in a couple of years, with the Atlanta Braves moving to South Sarasota County. So we will have a full hour of Baltimore Orioles and spring training coming up on ABC 7 at 7. We'll see you then.
Okay, thank you so much, Alan. All Faiths Food Bank celebrating its newly expanded distribution center in Sarasota County. The ribbon-cutting ceremony earlier this morning marked the completion of a huge expansion that will triple the amount of fresh produce and refrigeration space needed to meet the hunger needs in both Sarasota and DeSoto counties.
The need is for food. The hunger issues are not diminishing here in Sarasota County or DeSoto County, where we also serve. We also found that we were literally turning away food because we didn't have the space. We have the donors, the retail donors. We did not have the space to store it.
All Faiths also announced a new brand and tagline that will roll out on the food bank's fleet of trucks next month.
A retired New York City firefighter is building playgrounds around the world in memory of those we've lost. Bill Lavin set out to build 26 playgrounds originally for each of the victims of the school shooting in Newtown, Connecticut 5 years ago. But sadly, he found more places needed help. He heard about a Sarasota family who lost 2 sons over the years, one to leukemia, the other to a fishing accident. So he came to Sarasota, worked with the county, and is now raising money to renovate a park on South Lido Key. He says the support he's received as a 9/11 firefighter helps set the wheels in motion to form a foundation called Where Angels Play. Lavin says the playground will cost about $80,000 to build. They have a fundraiser set for April 14th at Evie's on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota, and they hope to open it, that new park, a week later.
I love the name, Where Angels Play. How suitable for that.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight.
A look at the best foods to eat for a heart-healthy diet. Stay with us. I'll be right back.
It's California Closet's Lighting and Accessories Sales Event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
To be able to just get my son here and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC7 to get breaking news, plus first alert, weather and traffic focused on where you live. ABC7, we're here for you.
It's California Closet's Lighting and Accessories Sales Event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.
Staying active and eating right are keys to slimming down the waistline, but are you eating a heart-healthy diet? It's more than just avoiding processed foods. Mary Maloney has more in today's Health Minute.
focusing on your heart starts with what you eat.
A high-fiber diet is very good for your heart.
Legumes such as beans, lentils, chickpeas, and black-eyed peas are full of soluble fiber, acting like a sponge to soak up the bad LDL cholesterol.
Your raw vegetables, your cooked vegetables are also going to be good for fiber. You don't find any fiber in animal products. So a heart-healthy diet is going to be lots and lots of plants.
Dark leafy greens such as spinach and kale are full of potassium, magnesium, and calcium. These mighty minerals help regulate your blood pressure. Both olive oil and avocados are great sources of monounsaturated fatty acids, which keep your bad LDL cholesterol levels in check and promote good HDL cholesterol levels. Fatty fish like salmon is packed with long-chain omega-3s. These compounds help lower blood pressure, make blood less likely to clot, and keep blood vessels healthy. But balance is key, so don't focus on eating 1 or 2 healthy foods and ignore the rest of your diet. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mary Maloney.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, here we go again. Sarasota Bay webcam showing the gorgeous weather today. A little bit windier than it has been, so boating, not too bad. A moderate chop as opposed to a light chop out there. That'll be what we're going to see too tomorrow and continuing, looks like, on and through the weekend. The cold front continues to move in our general direction. It will eventually pass us by midday on Friday, and we'll start to see the cooler weather not until after Friday is pretty much over. The cooler weather will be here in place for the weekend, though. That rain over the southeast will also scoot off to the east into the Atlantic over the weekend. So if you have a trip planned northward, it should not be a problem for rain, but it will be noticeably cooler, and it is a problem right now for snowfall over parts of New York, Pennsylvania, and on into northeast Ohio tonight. That's where the heaviest snow is going to be falling, up to a foot in some areas. 78 degrees right now, our current temperature. We have sunshine, and the dew point is at 71. Winds are to the southwest at 13. The pressure, 30.03 inches. It's still high, but it is weakening somewhat. Well, there it is, 11 straight days of 80-degree plus temperatures, 81 the high today, and 87 the record set back in 1997. So no record to start this March off, but still it's pretty nice out there. 82 degrees in Jacksonville now, 84 in Orlando, 80 in Miami. And around town, temperatures still in the mid-70s to upper 70s right from the beaches. Bradenton here at 78, Sarasota the same, 77 in Venice and in Inglewood. The water temperature 78 degrees, which is about, I'd say, 10 degrees above normal for this time of year. Average 80 degrees in Arcadia, now Sebring at 81. Well, as far as the forecast goes, tomorrow temperatures will top out near 80 degrees for one more day. And then here comes the cool weather. We won't see the 80s at all next week, it doesn't appear, as this low pressure system continues to generate a trough of low pressure in the eastern third of the nation, which will mean we'll see our wind out of the northwest and north, and that keeps things on the cooler side here for us. As far as that rain goes, the rain chance is not all that high tomorrow. We'll see a few showers around tomorrow morning, just after sunrise, and then some cloudiness up until midday, and then eventually clearing out of here and turning cooler. And looks as though that low pressure area will continue to move away from the east coast of the United States after dumping some heavy snowfall there. But for us, that snowfall is going to be pretty heavy, as I said, at times over parts of New York, near Buffalo, up to maybe 12 inches, up to 15, maybe isolated areas, and that area in blue up to about 6 to 12 inches of snowfall. Notice New York City not getting as much, and New Jersey not as much either. Well, as far as the temperatures go, right now in the 30s over the northern plain states. It's 45 in Chicago, 54 in St. Louis, Washington 53 degrees, and 55 in Kansas City. Dallas, you're at 70, 60 degrees in Atlanta. And long-range forecast, you'll notice we'll get rid of these reds and oranges here as I move the map. It just gets into the yellows for the most part, no oranges or reds, and that means temperatures to stay pretty cool. Again, maybe March 6th, we may see temperatures inland get into the upper 70s, but then another cold front comes through and keeps us cool through the second week of March. So March is coming in like a lamb. It's going to be a cool one too, as opposed to February, which was pretty warm. South winds turn to the southwest at 5 to 10 knots again tonight, and seas running right around 2 feet. The moderate chop tomorrow, so winds will be picking up out of the northwest tomorrow afternoon. The water temperature now at 78 degrees. Well, here's the forecast then. Tomorrow, 79 on the beaches, low 80s inland. 75, nice, comfortable degrees on Saturday, a little bit below average on Sunday and Monday with low temperatures down into the low 50s. A great night for watching the Oscars. That'll happen right here on ABC 7 at 8 o'clock. I mentioned another cold front coming through late Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. A chance for showers, and it looks like just showers right now, and a high of 71 on Thursday. So get ready, some cooler weather. Our body's still used to this 80-degree temperatures. Back to you.
Certainly looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. Traffic is slow moving in both of the north and southbound lanes of I-75 in Sarasota between the University Parkway and Fruitville Road exits.
Your entertainment news is next, and we'll peek ahead to those Oscars. Stay with us.
It's California Closet's Lighting and Accessories Sales Event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.
My Hometown Fest is coming to Nathan Benderson Park Saturday, March 3rd. Join us for culinary favorites from across the U.S. paired with your favorite craft beers. There's also great live music and activities for adults and kids. Buy your tickets today at myhometownfest.org.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. So wet.
Raycom Sports and Blizzard Entertainment are debuting a new 5-part series. It's called Heroes of the Dorm, and students from the Atlantic Coast region are competing in Blizzard's Heroes of the Storm for over $500,000 in scholarships and prizes. The tournament features teams from colleges across the United States and Canada battling in Heroes of the Storm, featuring characters and lore from almost 30 years of Blizzard Entertainment. We also go behind the scenes with some of these gamers to see what they're doing when they're not playing video games.
It's California Closet's Lighting and Accessories Sales Event. Save up to $1,000 now through April 30th. Call 1-800-CAL-CLOSETS for your free design consultation or visit us online at californiaclosets.com.
A group of Suncoast residents will be watching the Academy Awards Sunday extra close this year.
Students and alumni from Ringling College's Computer Animation Department have worked on every Oscar-winning Best Animated Feature since 2003, and this year that streak just may continue. ABC 7's Stephanie Webb has the story.
ZPD's first rabbit officer, Judy Hopps.
You ready to make the world a better place? Zootopia, Big Hero 6, Frozen, Toy Story 3. What do all these movies have in common? Well, they're all Oscar winners for Best Animated Feature, and they all feature work from students and alumni of Ringling College.
Now, these aren't just movie posters that are on a wall. These are actually pieces of history because Ringling College students and alumni have worked on almost every single Oscar-nominated Best Animated film.
Paul Downs is a 2001 Ringling College alum and knew from an early age that animation was what he wanted to do.
From the very beginning, I would watch a game show called Press Your Luck, and I'd make flip books of that. I love Disney films.
He's now worked on animated features like Ice Age and Rio, and recently on Ferdinand, one of this year's Best Animated Feature Oscar nominees.
It was huge. And after all the films that I worked on, it was the first one that I worked on that was actually nominated.
Downs has returned to Ringling to teach what he's learned. Students Aviv Mano from Israel and Victoria Lopez from Argentina have both worked on another nominated film, the favorite to win this year, Disney's Coco. And they both realize the toughest thing to learn as an animator, giving their characters heart.
You can make things or learn to make things move in a convincing way and like an entertaining way, but if there's no heart behind it, no idea that someone can see and see something of themselves in it, then there's no hook, so it doesn't really compel.
Making people feel something, it's all based on their story. Where do they come from? What do they want? Why do they want it?
You know where to find us, cowboy.
So many great and talented artists right here on the Suncoast.
Seems like if you want to work in that industry and do animation for these big blockbuster movies, the Ringling College just seems to be the place to go.
I know,
Yeah.
it seems so.
Yeah. 8 o'clock Sunday night, right here on ABC 7. We'll be right back.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing, but sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.